Good morning, dear students. My name is Iftikhar Hussain Ansari. Uh, in last video, we were discussing about this excretory system in earthworm, and we have discussed about septal nephridia in earthworm. As we have already, as I have already shown you in last class about different type of nephridia present in this earthworm. With respect to their location in earthworm, this nephridial system is divided or distinguished into three main part, that is the septal nephridia, the Integumentary nephridia, as well as this Pharyngeal nephridia. So by starting with septal nephridia, we completed septal nephridia, its structure as well, its structure. We have reached to this terminal duct. If I'll replay or give you some overview of last class, you will find that we discussed about this structure, that is this nephridial structure. Its body comprises of a nephrostome, a neck, and this twisted tubule, twisted loop that's formed of distal limb and proximal limb, as well as a straight lobe, and in which there lies ciliated tubule, which helps in communicating or taking this waste material towards the terminal part. And the terminal part, I have discussed in last class that this terminal part of this particular nephridium opens into this septal excretory canal, and this septal excretory canal further conveys this waste material towards the supraintestinal excretory duct, that is the part of this digestive system. So this excretory canal opens into this supraintestinal excretory duct, which is present beside this, which is present at the dorsal portion towards this of this intestinal region. So, further studying about this nephridia, we have studied this terminal end of this terminal end of each nephridium opens into this septal excretory canal, and it further conveys or communicates, or it combines into this supraintestinal excretory duct. So that's why when this excretory waste material are discharged into this intestinal excretory canal. So this type of nephridial system is known as enteronephric nephridia, because these waste material are not been thrown out or expelled out through the body surface via this nephrodiopore, and they are just taken or discharged into this intestinal canal or intestinal excretory canal, through which this waste material gets eliminated. Thick. So in today's class, we are going to discuss about this integumentary nephridia. We have discussed about three type of nephridia that are present in this. We have talked about these three nephridial system that are present in this earthworm, that is septal nephridia, integumentary nephridia, and pharyngeal nephridia. And second part, we are going in today's video, we are going to talk about this integumentary nephridia. So this type of nephridial system are present from 7th segment onwards towards the and till the 14th segment. These type of integumentary nephridia are present from 7th segment to the 14th segment. 7वें सेगमेंट से और 14 सेगमेंट तक ये वाले नेफ्रिडिया इंटीगुमेंट्री नेफ्रिडिया प्रेजेंट होते हैं. सो व्हाट यू फाइंड इज दैट अबाउट दिस इंटीगुमेंट्री नेफ्रिडिया इज दैट दे आर small nephridial structure. If you'll say their number in each segment, you will find that there are 200 to 250 nephridia or integumentary nephridia present in each segment, except the collateral region, जिसमें हमारे पास ये जो नेफ्रिडियल की काउंट है, या ये नेफ्रिडियम के काउंट है, इंटीगुमेंट्री नेफ्रिडिया की काउंट है, ये 2000 to 2500 तक चला जाता है. तो फर्दर what you find is that about this particular integumentary nephridia is that they are very small in size, and they lack this nephrostome, which means that their internal end, their proximal end is blunt. They don't possess this nephrostome or funnel like opening. Further, they are also that's why they are also called closed type of nephridia, because of absence of this nephrostome or mouth like structure or funnel like structure. Further, if we talk about the structure of this integumentary nephridia, you will find that they are V-shaped structure with short straight lobe and twisted lobe. As in basic diagram, we have studied about this structure of nephridia, which possesses that straight lobe and this twisted lobe. But in this case, these nephridial structure are V-shaped in structure, as well as they possess straight lobe as well as twisted lobe. They possess these two structures also. Further, if you'll see inside this structure, inside the nephridium, you will find in the lumen they have two ciliated canals, which are which helps in taking this waste material, which communicates this waste material or transfer this waste material via these two ciliated canals. Further, if you'll see the external opening, you will find that this nephridium, integumentary nephridium, opens by nephridiopore on the outer surface of the body wall directly. That means that they don't convey their waste material, they don't transfer their waste material into this intestinal excretory canal. They just open this type of nephridium, integumentary nephridium, opens directly towards the outer surface, to the outer environment. With this nephridiopore, they excrete their waste material directly towards the outer environment. Towards They directly expel out their waste material through this nephridiopore that are present at the terminal end of this nephridium. They are also known as exonephric nephridia, because they don't secrete or they don't transfer, they don't shed or discharge their waste material into the enteric excretory system. They discharge their waste material directly or expel their waste material directly outside to the body. Further, if you'll see another type of nephridia that are present in this earthworm, is that pharyngeal nephridia. You will find in structure that these pharyngeal nephridia are present at the anterior most segment of the anterior most part of the body, except the first three segment, which lacks this nephridial system. You will find that fourth, fifth, and sixth segment, the coming fourth, fifth, and sixth segment possesses this tough of ciliated funnel-like structure that are present in the fourth, fifth, and sixth segment, that act as a pharyngeal nephridial system, which helps in excreting waste material from the body towards into the lumen. Further, if you'll see this location as well as structure, you will find that they lie in three-paired turf. Three-paired turf means they are present in three different segments, forming three different tufts or three-paired tufts on either side of the body. And they are present at the anterior region of alimentary canal they are present at the anterior region of alimentary canal in the fourth, fifth, sixth, and sixth segment, forming a pair of tuft in each segment. If you'll see further, these pharyngeal nephridia also contain blood glands. They also contain the blood glands cells. Further, if you'll see about this pharyngeal nephridium, about the size of this pharyngeal nephridial system, pharyngeal nephridia, their size is quite closer to the size of the septal nephridia. As we have discussed about septal nephridia, their size is about the size of this septal nephridium. But in this case, that only difference between septal nephridia and pharyngeal nephridia is that in this particular case, as we have already seen in septal nephridia, that their internal opening, where they were internally opening into this coelom via this nephrostome. But in this particular case, pharyngeal nephridia, there is no internal opening, or nephrostome is absent in this case. So they are also closed type nephridial system. Further, if we talk about its body, it comprises of a short lobe and a spirally twisted loop, which is formed of proximal and distal limb. Further, if we'll talk about this lumen, or internal part, it comprises of ciliated canals. That means that it possesses those tube-like structure that transfer this waste material towards outside the body or into this excretory duct. These canals are ciliated. Ductules arises from each nephridium. That means that from each nephridium there arises ductules or small duct-like structure that unites. These ductules unite to form a thick-walled duct. These ductules converge into a large single thick-walled duct on each side in each segment, and these thick-walled duct conveys their waste material or takes their waste material. If you talk about this nephridial tufts that are present in fourth, fifth, sixth segment. If I talk about sixth segment, you will find that from the sixth segment, this excretory duct, thick walled excretory duct, opens into the buccal cavity in the second segment. You will see that the excretory duct from the sixth segment opens into the second segment, that is into the buccal cavity. And from this fourth and fifth segment, from the nephridial portion, from fourth and fifth segment, the excretory duct opens into the fourth segment, pharyngeal region of the fourth segment. Further, if you'll see about its physiology, you will find that they secrete a nitrogenous waste like ammonia. Mainly, they excrete urea. Further, free amino acids are not excreted. Although there is no such case that free amino acid is being secreted as a main excreted product, but traces of creatinine and other and other some amino acids are also found in their urine. Thus proving that some amino acid gets also secreted or excreted through the body. Further, in this particular case, earthworm, you will see that they excrete the nitrogenous waste in the form of mainly in the form of urine, and the content of urine is generally they comprises of urea, water, traces of ammonia, and creatinine. The urine of this earthworm, the nitrogenous waste that is secreted by this earthworm is urine, and it contains urea, as well as some water, traces of ammonia, and as well as this proteinaceous this amino acid, that is creatinine. Further, the various waste from the coelomic fluid are drawn into nephrostome of septal nephridia. As we have also discussed about this septal nephridia, presence of septal nephridia from 15th segment onwards, this septal nephridia possesses this nephrostome, and this nephrostome takes this waste material from this coelom cavity and take the septal. Further, this waste material is drawn from the coelomic fluid into the nephrostome of septal nephridia, and then it is taken into this excretory canal of other nephridia, and along with other useful substances, these waste material are taken in from this terminal duct into this septal excretory canal, and this conveys ultimately into this intestinal excretory duct, main duct. If we'll see further, these products are either discharged into the intestine or outside by nephridiopore. As we have seen in this case, we have studied about this integumentary nephridia, where this nephridium opens directly through this nephridiopore towards the outside environment, or they discharge their waste material directly outside to the body through this nephridiopore. But in other case, you have this septal nephridia type, in which this excretory waste material is discharged into the excretory intestinal excretory canal. Further, if we'll see this nephridia, they also help in conserving water by reabsorbing the excreted products during summer and winter. So they pass hypertonic urine in relation to blood during rainy season. The urine is dilute due to lesser reabsorption of water. You will find that these nephridia also help in conserving and reabsorbing water from these excreted product, as well as during rainy season. You will find that they are found in moist soil, and during rainy season they are surrounded by water. They secrete more dilute urine with respect to dry season, where it used to secrete hypertonic urine to save water. And that's it for all. With this, we have completed the excretory system in earthworm. We have talked about three different nephridial system in it. We have talked about septal nephridia that have nephrostome. We have talked about integumentary nephridia that lacks this nephrostome, but they opens exteriorly through this nephridiopore. And third, we have talked about this pharyngeal nephridia that also lack this nephrostome or mouth-like structure, but they converge, but they have this excretory tubule that opens into this pharyngeal region of the intestinal tract. Thick. So with this, we have completed our excretory system in earthworm. Thank you. Thanks a lot.